everybody, and welcome back to the Heathen Vegan. I'm so glad that you guys are here and that you're joining me for another video. For those of you that are subscribers, as always, my heartfelt deepest gratitude to you guys. Thank you so much. For those of you that are new to the channel, I want to take a minute to say hello. Welcome. I hope that you guys end up sticking around. You guys end up becoming subscribers also. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for gluten-free vegan seltzer water onion rings. So I know typically when people think of onion rings, they think of beer battered onion rings, which, I mean, let's face it, it tastes really good like that. I've come to the discovery that you can use seltzer water in replacement for beer. Not only can you use seltzer water, but you can use Pepsi, you can use root beer, you can use Sprite. The key word here is as long as it's carbonated, you can use it and it will come out fantastic. I'm going to start this part of the episode. I'm going to start with showing you how I go about making my onion rings. And then after we get the onion rings going, I will show you how to make my special spicy horseradish dip with these guys. It's out of this world, it's fantastic, and it tastes delicious. So one good sized onion is going to yield you about 2 to 4 servings. It really depends on how big your appetite is. I am using a Spanish onion, so I'm going to start with cutting this up, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. Start up cutting your onion. I'll show you how to cut your onion, and then what I'm going to show you is the marinade that I actually use to marinate my onions in before I actually dip them into my gluten-free flour. With the gluten-free flour, we're obviously going to put our seltzer water in there, and then I also have, and I don't have it preheated just yet, is I have a frying pan with just plain old vegetable oil in it. That's what we're going to use to fry up our onions. So without further ado, let's cut our onion up. What you want to do first, and I'm sure this is like kind of obvious, is you're going to want to cut your onion whatever onion you decide to use. You're just going to chop it like this. You know, cut it as thick as you'd like it. Just break it up, throw it in your bowl so that you have it for when you're ready to so that you have it for when you're ready to get your marinade together. Simple, easy. If you like really thick rings, cut it thicker. If you like them on the thinner side, cut them thinner. It doesn't really matter. You're going to get a bunch of onion rings out of this. You're going to take kind of a big size container. I like to use these flat ones right here. In here right now I have 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to add a cup of marsala. I'm also going to add a 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I don't know. I'm also going to put in 1/8 cup of cornstarch, in addition to a veggie bouillon cube. And then I'm also going to put in my seasonings. In here right now, I have salt and pepper, I have paprika, I have Italian seasonings, onion, and garlic powder. This right here is going to be our marinade for our onion rings, so that our onion rings have a nice flavor to them. They're not too bland. The thing that's going to take a second is your vegetable bouillon cube is not going to want to melt in right away. It's a good idea to use hot water with this. I don't know why I didn't use hot water. But my veggie bouillon cube is almost done. You guys notice my my cart here? My cat. I got my cat here. I'm so professional. No, just kidding. Okay, so alright. My veggie bouillon cube is, for me anyway, mixed enough. I'm going to start just putting them in one at a time in here so they can marinate. You want to make sure that they're all covered. You want to keep them in there for like at least 5 minutes, which is good because that will give us time to warm up our oil on our stove and to get our flour mixture ready for our batter. So my last video that I put out was a bunch of appetizers. What was it again? It was that eggplant bacon roll-ups. Those are really, really good, and the buffalo cauliflower. So this would be another really good recipe to try with it. Like if you're gonna have like a little get together or something like that, and you're feeling ambitious and you want to and you want to make some snacks from scratch that are gluten-free and vegan. I'm going to set this aside. And now we're going to start on our flour mixture. So in here right now, I have 2 cups of gluten-free flour. It's Bob's 1-to-1. Bob's 1-to-1 flour already comes with exam gum in it, so you don't need to worry about putting any cornstarch or tapioca starch or any of that stuff. If you want and you're feeling creative, I recommend putting in potato starch, but I didn't do that because of the fact that I just didn't do that. So we have our 2 cups of flour. In here I have more seasonings. I have salt and pepper. I have in here some Italian seasonings, some paprika, onion, and garlic powder again. I'm going to give this a quick mix before I put in my seltzer water. Now, so you're going to want to be careful with your seltzer water or your Coke or your Pepsi or your root beer or whatever you're going to use, because it's going to fizz and it's going to give the carbonation in whatever carbonated beverage that you use. So the carbonation in whatever carbonated beverage that you use is really going to give a lot of bubbles into this mixture, and that right there is the texture and the consistency that you're used to when you go to a restaurant and you order beer battered onion rings. So let's start. Usually when I make this, it takes about 1.5 cans of seltzer. When you put the second can of seltzer in, you gotta be careful because you're not going to need the whole full can. So you're just going to want to put in a little bit at a time. Like I said, you don't want this really, really watery, but you don't want it super stiff like a bread dough. This is starting to get a nice consistency. I might have to put a little bit more soda water in here. Right about now, if you guys use paper towels, that would be a great time to get some paper towels on hand because you are going to get your hands dirty. I don't like to use paper towels, so I have myself my washcloth over here. Alright, this batter looks good. Can you see this? Like, you want your batter to drip like that. See how it's not too thick and it's not too thin? That's how you want your batter to be. Now, we have our onion rings marinating in our marinade. We also have our flour mixture ready. Our oil is just about heated up, so we're going to go and make our dipping sauce for this. Super easy, super simple. You're going to need, it depends actually, this is going to depend on how much you want to make. I'm only going to make a little bit. I'm going to use 1/2 cup of veganese. You can use sour cream if you choose to. It's not a big deal. I'm going to also use 2 tablespoons of horseradish. Surprised I got that out. That happened an accident. 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and then we're also going to put in some salt and pepper, and then we're also going to put in some salt and pepper. Now here's where your discretion is your discretion. I am a super big spicy freak. I'm going to put in a shit ton of cayenne pepper right now. That's the way I roll. If you don't typically like spicy stuff, you don't even have to put in any cayenne pepper at all because your horseradish, I have to say it like that because if not, I'll trip over my tongue. So we're just going to mix this up. And this looks good. So what I recommend to you, again, if you're going to use paper towels, line a plate with paper towels. I don't like to use paper towels. I don't think they're necessarily good for the environment. I'm going to get myself a nice little like cheesecloth type. Also, what you're going to want is a pair of tongs. And these guys are ready. This thing is like smoking. Let's get this cooking. So you're going to dip your onion rings in your batter. Make sure they're thoroughly saturated. You can put in a couple at a time if you'd like, just so that you can get this going in batches. Try to pick, with your marinade, try to pick from the bottom so that you get the onions that have the most flavor to them. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's really important you make sure you don't have any water on your hands either. And there we go. Be careful when you put your onion rings in so that you don't burn your precious little fingers, okay guys? You're gonna cook them for about 2 minutes on each side, like 2 minutes and then flip them. Then while you're doing that, you can put your next batch of onion rings in your flour mixture, and then you can go and clean your hands, because you're gonna need to. Alright, my friends, there we have it, our gluten-free vegan Seltzer watered battered onion rings. You can see there is like, you get a lot of onion rings out of one onion. I have it layered from the biggest to the smallest on top, but I do want to show you what one of the bigger onion rings look like. Like, look at that. Wow. Wow, look at this one. Wow. And then our dipping sauce too, guys. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more of my online gluten-free vegan cooking and baking, please subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to leave a comment, even if it's just to say hi, you're more than welcome to do so. Until next time, my friends, have a great day, and thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you guys again.